Hey everybody, welcome back to 1 Minute Walking Tours, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania edition. This is going to be interesting. This is the first Minnesota monument. It's the statue of this man attacking or at charge. And we're here actually on what's called Cemetery Ridge. You can see it goes off, let me do it this way. It's the Pennsylvania monument. And Cemetery Ridge goes off this direction up towards those hills right there, right there, and runs off up towards those hills in that direction. That's actually Big Round Top right there. Little Round Top, probably many people have heard that name. And it's facing across the fields this way. This would have been the rebel lines, the Army of Northern Virginia. And perched up on this hill would have been the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry. Now, on Thursday, July 2nd, 1863, which was the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg, the 1st Minnesota was here protecting, I don't know if you can make it out, there's some guns right there, cannon, battery. They were here protecting them. There was only, I think, 261 members of the 1st Minnesota left. They had been fighting since the first Battle of Bull Run, which was very early in the war, 1861. They had signed up for 3 years of war. Everyone thought, well, that's ridiculous. It's not going to be that long. With 1,000 men. That's about how big a regiment should have been. By the Battle of Gettysburg, they are 261 men. Now, they're not the extreme end of the Army of the Potomac's flank. That flank is all the way up there towards those hills. But after the first day of fighting, which is July 1st, which took place out this way, north of town, both armies spent the morning and the bulk of the day reorganizing themselves. The Army of Northern Virginia is reorganizing itself this way to begin an attack, which starts out here, starts out this way and is moving this way. 6,200, 6,400 men, depending on what you read. And it's trying to crush this flank. And Meade and the Army of the Potomac is sending men in this direction, trying to stop it, which is what they eventually will do. But as this attack is coming up this way, it eventually starts to overlap the Union line here. And the hero of the day is a man named Winfield Scott Hancock. He is shuffling troops from different points inside the Union line. And he gets all the way up here and he sees the last brigades of the Army of Northern Virginia headed this way. And he rides down here, he finds this artillery, and he sees only one Union regiment, and that's the 1st Minnesota. And he sees them here, and he says, "My God, man, is this all the men you have left?" And the commander of the 1st Minnesota says, "Yes, sir, the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry." They look out right here on this land, preserved for over 160 years. They look right out towards that sunset. They see the battle flags of 1,500 Georgians and Mississippians. They're coming this way. They need 5 more minutes to get the Union units who are coming from this red, I don't know if you can make it out, red barn. They're coming this way to stop the attack. And the story of the Battle of Gettysburg for the Army of the Potomac is, if the line's broken, we're falling back, there will always be more troops. It works really well for them here. Winfield Scott Hancock tells the 1st Minnesota, more or less where we are right now. Do you see those colors? Capture them. Every man knows what this means. They fix their bayonets and they start moving like we are right now towards this grass. These aren't very good odds, as everyone can tell. But here they are. They're doing this because they believe in it. And they start moving quicker, and they start moving quicker. These aren't very good odds, and the Georgians and the Mississippians, they see them from right here, and they think, well, this can't be real. They get about here. They stop. They fire a volley. That's everybody in the unit firing at the same time. Staggers them, really more frightens them. What the heck? They stop for a second. 1st Minnesota moves forward. There would have been grass just like this. This is a field, these are farms. The 1st Minnesota moves forward. These are veteran troops. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they have been ordered to do. This isn't their first battle. They know their lives are worth only about 5 minutes. to the Army of the Potomac, to the cause they have dedicated their lives to. And that's what I mean, they've dedicated their lives. They know they're probably not coming back from this. Somewhere where I'm walking right now, where you can come and visit and you can walk on this land. The men of the 1st Minnesota reload. They're gonna run. They really only have surprise on their side. I'm not gonna run, but there's a little fence up here and they're gonna run. Probably gonna scream. They're gonna get the most out of this they can possibly get. And they're going to fire back again. These aren't very good odds, obviously. Army of Northern Virginia is going to fire back. It's going to drop a bunch of the 1st Minnesota. They're going to get their momentum back, and they're going to come rushing forward. By then, up on that hill behind me, where that monument is, where the Pennsylvania monument is, reinforcements have arrived. Attack has been repulsed. 5 minutes have passed. 1st Minnesota starts to fall back. We get back to where we started, up where that monument is. They do a head count. 41 have made it back, fit and ready for duty without wounds. 41 in 5 minutes. But they stop the attack. Winfield Scott Hancock gets his men into position. The Army of the Potomac holds their line. Now, I'm going to editorialize, but this is my show. Having grown up after the war in Vietnam, having grown up with adults who used to tell me about how studying warfare and studying history and all these sorts of things was dopey and war is bad and it's wrong, and of course that's true. The thing is, and this makes me emotional, because these men didn't have to do this. They didn't have to volunteer. But they did. And they fought for 3 years. They ended up fighting for 4. To preserve and to do what they thought was right. And to me, they built this monument. And they preserved this land. So people like me, people like you, can come here and hear for all time their bravery and their dedication to what they fucking believed was right. And that has always, always, always motivated me to learn about the American Civil War. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you here soon on 1 Minute Walking Tours.